Alrighty. Everything seems to be functioning. Okay, that's good. Headphones off. Hopefully the audio is all working properly. Obviously, as usual, give me a shout if I'm too loud or the game's too quiet, or vice versa. And anyway, I'm just gonna restart the GameCube. Okay, everything's functioning.
Deep into that darkness peering.
Put that in 60 Hz mode.
Wondering.
Oh, hey Kiara, thanks for the host.
Doubting.
How you doing? I'm not too bad. I managed to get my cosplay together. I'm actually quite happy about how I've got my eyeshadow. Although I'm not too happy I didn't get to actually do my eyeliner.
You too will come to understand fear as I have.
And obviously I'm streaming this at last, so good times all around. Fun piece of trivia, in addition to being Nintendo's first ever M-rated title, it was the first game they published after Iwata became president of Nintendo. I'll just let this opening sequence speak for itself for a while. I didn't want to speak over the opening cinematic. And you're quite welcome, Kiara. Okay. Save and continue. Create a save file. Hopefully there's enough space in here. Perfect. Yeah, Cozy Lovecraft's right. I mean, yeah, the sort of the, it's interesting because the meta effect, yeah, the meta horror effects that sort of scared you by making it seem like the game was malfunctioning. Again, I'll just shut up a bit for this.
Flesh. Bone. Bound together with the oddest magical incantation. This wretched book is where it all began so long ago.
There's no echo, by the way, is there?
Before time. Before humanity. I am Dr. Edward Roivas. I am a clinical psychologist. I am also dead. This is not my story, nor even the story of the Roivas family. It is the story of humanity. Like it or not, believe it or not, as you will. Your perceptions will not change reality, but simply color it. Humanity has been on the edge of extinction for 2 millennia, ignorant of so much and dependent on so few. The Guardians grow restless. Their time once again near. Whether by fate or misfortune, my family has crossed their path, and they didn't take kindly to it. Their attention turns to my granddaughter, for she is the last of my line, and the last hope for humanity.
Here she is, she who I am cosplaying, who actually, I'm literally just wearing my Samus cosplay, but with a tank top. Make of that what you will. Yep, sorry Amanda, I reached right across the ocean and grabbed it.
Remember me, Alex.
Roivas backwards? I'm not sure. Saviour with a weird spelling.
Miss Alexandra Roivas?
Yeah, who's this?
This is Inspector LeGrasse of the Rhode Island Police. I'm sorry to disturb you, but there's been an accident with your grandfather.
I'll be on the next flight out.
Fun fact, I think the part of her outfit I actually had the most trouble was trying to do my eyebrows, which I'm still not entirely happy with.
Ah, Miss Roivas, I'm pleased to meet you.
Because she has that very
Trust you had a
90s
pleasant
thing where
trip?
it tapers off quite
Yes, I suppose so,
near
considering.
the
Yes, my condolences.
middle of
This
them.
is most unpleasant. It's a shame we couldn't meet under brighter circumstances.
Yes, it is. Can we get this over with, please?
Of course, this way. But I must warn you, it's not a pleasant sight.
Ah, don't be silly, pony. America's just a place
I'm
H.P.
afraid
Lovecraft
there's
and
not much to see.
other horror writers came up with to scare people.
Miss Roivas, is that your grandfather, Edward?
Yes, it's him. He's wearing our family ring.
Is audio okay, by the way?
I don't understand. Why are you showing me this? Can't you check dental records or something? What is wrong with you?
Oh, come on, H.P. Lovecraft didn't have any
sorry.
friends.
It's my job, lady. You're the only living relative, and no, we can't check
Stephen
dental
King,
records.
that's who I was thinking of.
There's no head.
I suppose it's not
none of
really
this
fair to
makes
put them in the
sense.
same category.
There's no sign of intrusion,
Stephen
and there was
King's,
certainly a lot of
pretty
force
cool.
used here. I have never seen anything like this in my 20 years on the force. We have no evidence except for the body, and what's left doesn't say much.
Whereas Lovecraft is
We don't have a single
best known for
clue.
creating mythos everyone
You
else
better
wrote
find
better,
out who did
and
this.
what
I'm
he
not
named his
leaving our
cat.
island until you do. There must be some clue in this old mansion revealing what happened. I want answers.
So do I. I wish I had some.
aka a fortnight. Shocked by her grandfather's mysterious death and frustrated at the incompetence of the local police, Alex vows to uncover the truth. Hey Joe. I assume your evening's going as well as Amanda's. Alex vows to uncover the truth. She decides to search the mansion, the place where Edward conducted his research. If there was a tie to his past and possibly a tie to his murderer, it would be here. Ellipses. Okay. So can you all see everything okay? God, it's been a while since I last played this. That's right, Canuda. Eternal darkness. the spookiest, the other survival horror franchise on the GameCube. Oh hey Nolus! You almost got here an hour late because you confused 1 PM with 2 PM. Also is hella dark. Yeah, I think it's supposed to be dark at this point. Hey, Enfys Prank. Returnal breadness. Yep, I'm ready to go. It's been a long time since you played it. It's so good and it really gives some good fake outs and spooks. Yeah, oh yeah, I was going to say earlier. Okay, let's look at this painting. Nolus is going to be right back, making lunch. Enjoy. Portraits of the ancestral Roivas line, the foyer walls. Their faces reveal a dark brooding edge. There is something about each one that gives the viewer an unsettling feeling. Because a lot of these effects are meta, they can be very shocking, but because they're meta, it also feels sort of cozy. The last week, rays of sunlight fight the shroud of darkness. It lends an eerie feel to the last few weeks' events. As the sun sets, Alex will be alone in this house, with nothing but the spirits of old for company. Scene set. Okay, just the same line about portraits. Open door. A wooden plaque is fastened to the door, taking the place of the lock. A coloured sigil is carved into the wood above the wide slot. The slot is just wide enough to insert a narrow blade. A grand piano stands here, awaiting the hands of a decent musician. Unfortunately, Edward never really lived up to that description, and as such, the piano fell into disuse. Ooh, nice lens flare effect there. Nice little detail about this is that, obviously if you look, you can see the characters' heads turn to look at various things of interest. I mean, obviously that's nothing brand new, because quite a lot of PS1 games could do it, but it's just one of those details. The illustration features a collection of strange line designs related to each other in a cylindrical manner. There appears to be some significance to it, but it's not particularly evident. Oh, it's right trigger to aim. And left trigger to run. In the warm glow of candlelight, the Roivas family tree hangs from the wall. Shadows flitter across its surface, obscuring the detail. If one looks closely, the family's secrets are revealed. What a spooky library. I sure hope nothing attacks me here. The books in this corner seem to focus on the supernatural. The writings of Poe, Lovecraft, and the poetry of Blake, the art of Bosch. Is that how you pronounce Bosch? Everything with a tie to the ethereal horror or fantasy. It is all here. A reference library to the arcane. Was this Alex's grandfather's secret hobby? Fun fact, I'm actually easily scared, and I was even more easily scared as a kid. But I could play this game and not Resident Evil because my one thing that really scared me was zombies. Like actual realistic zombies. So the zombies in Resident Evil, terrifying, could barely manage it. The zombies in this game, still scary, but they're more sort of cartoony, if that makes sense. This looming grandfather clock seems to stand ominously in the corner, gazing on this empty room with an almost patriarchal air. Damn the patriarchy. Use left and right to adjust the clock hands. Should Alex adjust the clock hands? So this is the first puzzle in the game, and basically you can pass it quite easily if you were paying enough attention earlier. But it whispers basically a spoiler. Yep, smash the patriarchy clock. Okay, so the puzzle is basically set it to 3:33. So that's half. There we go. And you can sort of guess it by accident because it just you just need to linger for a second. Oh, welcome back, Nihilus. Yeah, that's how you solve it. You need to end sexism forever. Hashtag girl boss. Oh, look at this perfectly normal hidden study with a perfectly normal book. And in the immortal words of Dante, a sword. An ancient Roman weapon, a gladius, is on display above the fireplace mantle. Another token of eclectic junk. Alex has acquired a gladius. Okay, how do I pour... Ah, here we are. Use. This function allows the manipulation of inventory items within the current room. Equip. This function allows the current character to ready a weapon. Check. This function allows the examination of objects within the inventory. Pressing L or R allows switching back and forth between sections within the interface. Okay, Gladius equipped. This is the keys to the second floor of the Roivas mansion. It looks very old and worn. This is a gladius, the standard weapon of the Roman army. A short double-edged sword with a sharp triangular point. The gladius was designed primarily for hacking and chopping at the enemy, but could be used to pierce armour as well. Fun fact, a gladius is functionally a short spear. Nola, speaking of spooky, sort of anyway, you've gotten into Prey 2017 off Game Pass. It's basically Bioshock, but on a space station from Metroid Fusion, and with with the X from Metroid Fusion. Fair enough. Yep, skeletons. Spooky, scary skeletons send shivers down your spine. Oh yeah. Obviously this lets you save any time, which is nice. Well, actually that's not entirely true. Sword. And Alex has finally leveled up to sword lesbian. This bizarre drawing of a cyclopean city, its immense architecture bathed in an unnatural fog. The detail is incredible. As Alex studies it, she can also almost imagine the city's inhabitants. Yep, horror game, but you have a sword. I mean, many very scary games have let you carry around a sword. There was a game called Gladius. Gladiator fight-based game. Gladiators but turn-based strategy. Interesting. Okay, so basically left trigger lets you run, right trigger readies your weapon and lets you target. I never heard of it. This looks like some sort of mask. What sort of system was it on? The face is serene in composure, with a faint hint of a smile tugging the corners of the mouth and eyes. Closed in deep meditation. Xbox. Ah, that's probably why I never played it. Yeah, you're right, Joe. Definitely a very Buffy look. And divine magic. Well, I don't know about divine, but... This Gothic cathedral is silhouetted against a stark light. The image is vicious and devoid of subtlety. Every brushstroke echoes the sparks of the architecture, imbuing a violent feeling, as though the building itself is a harsh imposition on reality. A grim picture indeed. Okay, let's have a look at the book. A large leather-bound antique book rests upon the cluttered desk. Should Alex read the book? I mean, it's a Lovecraft-inspired game, but yeah, it's just a book, right?
I had no knowledge of what was to come, nor did I care.
Hey, Fry.
How the knowledge changed me, it will also change you. As you read this, you will come to learn fear as I have. You too will come to understand, or you will perish. To think that once I could not see beyond the veil of our reality. To see those who dwell behind. My life now has purpose, for I have learned the frailty of flesh and bone. I was once a fool.
Okay, nice little detail here. They actually have actual Latin.
Viris quies candam est, viris conservandi. Facusatis aquae sumant, et animus eorum confirma. Pugna huis, dia sit modo prima multarum, si inceptum conficiamus.
Quam primum, Centurio Augustus. I would like to compliment you once more on your battle tactics. Our enemies did not have a chance. Do you believe that it really exists, Centurion?
I do not doubt our
And
emperor's
because, of
beliefs,
course,
or
they're
his
speaking
orders.
Latin, of course that somehow
But if we are
translates to a
retrieve
press
the
English.
artifact, then we must be strong and patient. Come to us, pious Augustus.
Okay, so obviously this is a game I've played a lot before, so I'm probably going to be talking I'll try to avoid spoiling the story as we go, but I'm going to be talking about a lot of details I like in this, just so everyone's forewarned. Just follow a mysterious voice in the desert. What could go wrong? Personally, I'm more about following mysterious voices in deserts, but... The dais on the floor is finely crafted, inlaid with golden gems that Pierce can't identify. A strong linear design is situated in the middle, and is equally unknown to the Roman soldier. Okay, so obviously this game has a sanity system, and you basically have a health bar, a magic bar, and a sanity bar. And this is basically the tutorial level. So you only have the health bar to worry about. Yep, this is where the Lost Legion went. They all got lured into ancient ruins by mysterious voices. You'd think they'd learn after the first few, but whatever. The decorations on the wall are a mixture of ancient cultures, civilizations that have long since turned to dust. Perhaps this dungeon is all that remains of them. A ladder leads into the dank heart of the labyrinth. Dank, you say? Danger lurks beneath, yet Pierce's courageous resolve does not buckle. Should Pierce climb down the ladder? Okay, I'll just look around the room first. Okay, guess there's nothing else. Okay, so very fun detail coming up. Notice how he pulls out his sword immediately, before the zombie actually gets up. And also that he doesn't actually have a sanity bar. Basically, he's aware enough of the supernatural which isn't phasing him. And I think that's just such a cool detail. Yep. Not his first circus. Possibly not his last bit of bread. A strange granite block lies on the floor. Pierce has picked up a granite block. Okay, I've got to say, a piece of granite that big cannot be that easy to pick up. Where is he holding it? Nice head you got there. Shame if something was to happen to it. Health meter. This meter represents life energy. Every time a character takes damage, the level will get lower. When it reaches 0, the character will die. This is a sharp-edged block of granite, etched on one side with a curious design coloured blood red. Finish him. Okay, in later levels, this will be important because it restores a bit of sanity, but obviously for now it just looks cool. A strange granite block rests on the platform. Pierce is going to collect all the granite blocks and no zombie is going to stop him. Who likes the camera angles in this? Yeah, they're sort of Resident Evil inspired, clearly. But I like how it's gives you sort of a more zoomed out view and doesn't force you to use tank controls. No less, I wonder how long till we have augmented reality escape rooms where you can just do this. To be fair, when I was, I can't quite remember. I must have been like 11. Whoop. Hi there. I went to the Millennium Dome, and that did actually have sort of a augmented reality escape room. Obviously, that was very high budget though, because it was the freaking Millennium Dome, or whatever they call it these days. Ooh, another granite block. What could they mean? Oh yeah, by the by, remember this room, it may come up later. And obviously that was like 20 years ago, so I'm sure technology has improved significantly. The bars across the door block Pierce's exit from the room. This is a significantly darker corridor. What could be down here? Well, gosh gee, I wonder what I do here. Jerk. Okay, I know you're a zombie and this is what you do, but that was very rude. Never heard of it, but you went to Disney Quest before. Just a big building with video games and fun park stuff. And they had a pirate ship thing, where you fight a sea serpent and it's 3D with glasses and all. Had to look away from the serpent, to be honest, because it hit too hard. Fair enough. It was a room with a ship kind of thing you stand on, screens all around. Oh yeah, like those sort of roller coaster simulators. Okay, yes, another granite block. So many granite blocks. Okay. This wall is prominently decorated with a strange lined symbol carved into the granite. Cut into the wall is a square hole lined with scratches as though something has been removed from it. Well, golly gee, what do I do here? Or like that terrifying Harry Potter ride you went on a couple of years ago. You mean JK Rowling on Twitter? Sorry, low-hanging fruit. Oh, I've already been streaming for 30 minutes. This is flying by. Okay, puzzle solved, door open. Glad you like that one, Kiara. Yeah, I'd assume it was before then. familiar looking statue. Yes, you must prove your worth by destroying the statue. Pressing R will enable PS to select which target to attack. Releasing R slightly and then pressing it again will cycle between multiple targets. PS can attack specific body parts while locked onto an enemy. While moving left control stick and pressing A. Use up to attack the head, use left and right to attack the arms. Yep, that's right, Nolus. Test your might. You think you never played Mortal Kombat? Yeah, that's close, I guess. Yep, destroying a statue of yourself. Nothing suspect. Geek. I think one of the funniest things you can do in this is basically, you just know it has a block breaking minigame. Yeah, quite a lot of beat-em-ups do actually. I think Street Fighter originated it. Yeah, I love the way they'll react when you lop off parts of them. Of course, these are the very basic, weak zombies. They might just have other tricks up their sleeve. Wink. A button attached to a small pylon softly illuminates the room. A bizarre energy seems to radiate from it. Should PS push the button? Yes, PS should push the button. Okay, so interesting fact, this was actually originally an N64 title. But Silicon Knights, basically it came out years after that Silicon Knights had notoriously bad management. And it took Nintendo pushing them to actually get the thing finished. Something similar apparently happened for the Twin Snakes, which is a GameCube remake of the first Metal Gear Solid. They also made. Okay, so we have a choice of 3 artifacts here, so please put your choices in the chat. A strange sculpture resembling a red-clawed worm mysteriously floats above the pedestal. Should PS claim this artifact? Shaped like a delicate dome, a pale blue statuette floats gracefully above the pedestal. Should PS claim this artifact? An effigy resembling a warped angel, shaped from the dark green emerald, hovers effortlessly above the pedestal. Should PS claim this artifact? Yep, a red worm. I mean, it actually looks kind of like a Metroid, doesn't it? I'm not gonna lie. Basically, this game has you, if you want to see the final ending, what you do is you basically play through this and choose each artifact for each playthrough, and that gives you the secret ending. And lots of very redundant invincibility god mode. We're almost at a point where you could say it's Gen 1 Pokemon, but the angel threw it off. Yeah, that's more Gen 1 Digimon, isn't it? Okay, if no one has any preference, I'll just go for green because, if I'm honest, that has the most entertaining dialogue. Worm looks like a dragon. Turtle, angel wings look kind of like a plant. Oh my god, you're right. choosing our Pokemon starter. Professor Oak got edgy. Pierce is simply shocked by this outcome. An error has occurred. Turn the power off and check the Nintendo GameCube instruction booklet for further instructions. Oh, well, that's a bummer. Unfortunately, I don't think it was.
Long I stood there, wondering, fearing, doubting.
Yeah, to be fair, I don't think I had a single crash for Metroid Prime 2, but I had a couple with Metroid Prime 1. Oh well. Let's see how quickly I can rush through the rest. Through that. Only like 30 minutes loss. Okay, everyone ready? Speedrun. Okay, see you in a bit, no less. The darkness comes. Okay, let's do this. Okay, looks like I can't skip the cutscenes. Is this on an emulator? Nope, original hardware.
I had no knowledge of what was to come, nor did I care. How the knowledge changed me, it will also change you. As you read this, you will come to learn fear as I have. You too will come to understand, or you will perish. To think that once I could not see beyond the veil of our reality. To see those who dwell behind. My life now has purpose, for I have learned the
moral of the story is, remember to save.
And bone.
I've been spoilt for the last few decades of autosaves, I guess. Here comes the Latin again.
Where is Quies Candamest? Where is Conservandi? Facusatis aquae sumat, et animus eorum confirma. Pugna huis, dia sit modo prima
Fun Latin
mutarum.
fact. The Latin word for alcohol is aqua vitae, which is literally just, well,
I would like to compliment you once more on your
how
battle
to pronounce
tactics.
Latin properly,
Our enemies
and it
did
literally
not have a
translates to
chance.
water of life.
Do you believe that it really exists, Centurion?
I do not doubt our Emperor's beliefs, or his orders. But if we are to retrieve the artifact, then we must be strong and patient.
Come to us more quickly. Out of interest, to everyone in the chat, what do you do if you heard a mysterious voice in the desert asking you to come to them? Camilla would have lewd thoughts of gin. Ah yes. And Cullifroy would not go. Cullifroy is very sensible, and that's why he's a moderator. Octal would go. Also valid. Okay, let's just save. Jin who? No. Jin Genie. Okay, down the ladder. Come on, Pierce, let's speedrun this. Yes, yes, you're very brave. Now stop staring down at the eyeless zombie and let's do this. Charge. Oh. See ya. Double yoink. Likewise, see ya. Hey there. Bye. My mind was absolutely blown by this combat system when I first played it. To be fair though, it is basically the same... Okay, can't save here. Oh yeah, you basically can't save when there's enemies nearby. Personally, I think I would follow the voice, but not go to... I'd probably stop at the statues because, seriously, those statues are sus as hell. Oh well, since we've got a second go at this, which of the artifacts do you think I should go for? It basically decides which of the three Eldritch monsters are going to be the main enemy of the game for this playthrough. Eep. Canuda says go for hard mode, which is blue. Okay. Please have mercy on me. Anyone else have any thoughts? Yep, Joe, you're right. Following strange voices is usually a bad idea. Nolas votes green. Okay. So that's one for blue and one for green. Any other thoughts? They attack one another. Basically, there's a red one, a blue one, and a green one to choose from. Yeah, we're coming up to the... Okay, Fori's trait says try the red one. If I recall correctly, red is the easiest. Sort of. Okay, can't save here. Okay, so that's one each for each colour. Anyone want to be a tiebreaker? Okay, while I'm waiting for some more suggestions, I'm just going to pour some tea. just going to give it another 30 seconds or so, and then I'm just going to go with... Okay, Freud, if you're changing your vote to green, that's 2 for green, so let's go there. To be fair, that was the one I chose before. Okay, let's hope this doesn't crash this time. And thanks for using the emoji, no less. Didn't crash. Dude, you got ugly. No less. Took a hot minute to remember your sub ran out, and then get the
Eons
unlock
have
thing to
passed
load and
since
all
then,
that.
and I have learned much.
Oh, thanks for the raid machine, Lord
I
Zero.
was once as naive as a child, but now my mind is sharp. With the power of Xelatoth, I can now read the thoughts of others and make them raving mad with a mere suggestion. Face me, and you shall surely perish.
Okay. No less when suddenly Dark Souls because you're a zombie. Canuda, you like the effect of his armour turning darker as the power takes him over? Yeah, that is a cool detail. Yep, to be fair, cosplaying as Alex Roivas is basically just Samus Aran again, but with slightly different hair. So, for once in my life, I've got a straight passing and a black tank top. So it's not exactly a hard cosplay, but any excuse? I mean, I said earlier, but the hardest part for me was getting the eyebrows right. Okay, and I've acquired the Tome of Eternal Darkness. So cool, because it's not light reading. Okay, and if you look, the save icons change, so I've got a little green rune in the side to show me which playthrough it is. As I said, the final ending's basically unlocked by replaying this 3 times with each of the different artifacts chosen at the beginning. Strangely, with the Tome of Eternal Darkness in her possession, Alex can read the page. It's a chapter page from the tome itself. Should Alex take the chapter page? Yes. Alex has found a chapter page entitled The Binding of the Corpse God. How very Warhammer 40k. Yep, chaos is strong indeed. Okay, I'm pretty sure I can just start the next chapter by reading the page in my inventory, but why would I do that when I can look at cool stuff? A telescope. Brass framed mirror set into the wall. The mirror's direction can be adjusted by means of 2 crankshafts below it. A curious device. Is it related to the telescope in some way? Should Alex adjust the mirror? Praise achievements are a little like that. You get 1 for beating the game with no neuro mods, 1 with only human mods, and 1 with only alien. And you can have up to 3 playthroughs going through at once in that. Okay. No idea if it changes the ending. Okay, that's not doing anything. A globe is cradled in a wooden frame. Its glossy surface is painted in the likeness of an ancient map. A lens is situated in the northern hemisphere above a label that reads, "There be dragons here." Okay, that doesn't do anything either. Here there be dragons. They got it wrong. I mean, you're right, no less. Okay, so I've got a key for this. The key comes apart in the lock. The key to the second floor is broken. Perhaps there is a way of repairing it. This is the Tome of Eternal Darkness, where experienced spells and enchanted items can be stored for future use. It has been made from fragments of human skin and bone, and endowed with magical powers. Magic with a K. Also there, you're off the edge of the map here, mate. Here there be monsters. Just save, because I like to save. Barbarossa had such good lines. Such good cheesy lines. You're right, Snowless, and you should say it.
I cannot say what was the true beginning, nor am I sure of its end. So perhaps here is the best place to start. I am reminded of ideas I first encountered in Sir James George Fraser's book, The Golden Bough, a study in magic and religion. We are overwhelmed by a very human need to weave a web of meaning where there may be none. Since time immemorial, ancient peoples have dressed up their lack of knowledge as gods and demons. I have discovered that sometimes the fates of gods and mortals intertwine, and legends are born.
Thy time is done, great ancient. Forever in shadow will you be master of chaos, and to fade to nothing in obscurity will be thy fate. My master has planned many millennia for this day. It is the true chaos of all things that you now must be entombed amongst the beings of flesh and bone.
You have a great monument here, Mantarok. It is a pity that no one will ever recognize it as yours.
Hey, it's that guy again.
May the darkness claim thee, crawling chaos and damned beast. No longer will thy reign be kept over the ancients you have kept imprisoned. Thou hast seen.
Oh, I guess we could be talking about pirates. Why shouldn't we? Sucks to be that starfish.
Not even these mythical fables can keep me amused. There has to be something to do around here.
No less. Oh,
I only
let's
wish
finish playing
something
first.
that fantastic and of higher purpose could happen to me.
She had to say it. No less, you still think about that one meme with Barbarossa with neon glasses and glowing nonsense in the background, and it goes, "Best start believing in cyberpunk dystopias. You're in one." You wanted to set it as the picture for your new debit card, but they wouldn't let you. Yeah, they're quite not great on anything that might be copyrighted for that sort of thing. Okay, fun bisected brioche trivia. When I was a kid and still in the closet, I really wanted to have my hair like hers, and I did not know why. triangular design is carved into the floor. The etched grooves are filled with coloured sand. These symbols appear to be related to each other, with one having precedence over another. Yep. The magic system is based on each of the gods, and basically you play scissors, paper, stone. Okay, just equip the sword. A short sword with a wooden grip. Light and durable. A small curve running from the handle makes it better for hacking rather than stabbing. And in hindsight, I'm not really sure. Engraved on the floor is a striking design featuring the sun rising above the edge of the world. How, Yep, a machete. Although I'm not entirely sure it's a machete. I think it might be a specific type of sword I can't quite remember the name of. The design on the wall appears to depict a time of the day. Perhaps the candles do too. Okay, so remember, first candle lit, second two extinguished. Pew pew. The word copis comes to mind, but I have no recollection of what one looks like. To be fair, I think there's quite a few different short swords in that style. Wonder if I should go back and explore a bit more. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Okay, everyone, do me a favour and just remind me to save every so often if I haven't done it for a while. It turns out a copis is the same kind, although it looks like the handle is a little curvy, spiky dough on the end. Yep, new point redeem. I'll save. Examine, detail. A statue of a goddess delicately sculpted from the sandstone. It casts an alert eye over everyone who enters the temple. There's a strange necklace around its neck. Should Elia take the necklace from the statue? Sure. This necklace can be used to heal Elia. Make sure that Elia does not move when the spell is being cast. Yeah, another interesting fact. It also gives you healing items before you actually have access to magic. Wait. Oh. Must have unequipped it. Also, another interesting fact. Every single character in the game can punch. Oh no. Zombies. Stealing ancient relics is always a good idea. Right you are, Joe. Right you are. Engraved on the floor is a striking design featuring the sun sinking below the edge of the world. The design on the wall appears to depict a time of day. Perhaps the candles do too. Oh, more foreshadowing. Okay. Don't know if you can see it on the stream, but basically there's light and dark patches on the floor corresponding to traps, tiles. No less, something something at World's End, something something roll the ship. Sundown or something. Tss. Hey, Claire. I'm scrunching. Oh. Thanks for the point redeemed for posture. Yep, a lot more subtle than Skyrim's pressure plates, no less. Thanks for that, Bear. When located by creatures, a sanity loss occurs, causing a decrease in level of the sanity meter in the character to pulse green. Beware, sanity loss affects perception and eventually health. You just explained that, stop it. Following a finishing move on a creature recovers sanity. Oh dear. Yeah, interesting fact, all the different zombies in this game have special abilities. Poor child, you couldn't figure this game out. Aww. A bronze necklace sits atop the ancient clay urn. Elia has found a bronze necklace. Detail. The design on the wall appears to depict a time of day. Perhaps the candles do too. Press Y, A or X to light or extinguish the candles. Okay, so... Yep, well that was easy. Okay, happy nomming, Roy. Okay, interesting. Are these corpses going to come to life? Okay, I can't save. In this area at least. F for games we couldn't figure out as kids and ended up missing out on. For Nolus, that was Morrowind and early Splinter Cell games. Yeah, I never got along with the... Oh, bloody heck. Die. So, yeah, finishing enemies off restores a bit of sanity. Crucially, not so much. As you usually lose from an enemy spotting you. Okay, so... Morrowind was just so ugly though, and you're used to GBA games. Yoshi's Island and Fusion are pretty and don't attempt things that the hardware can't do well. Yeah, Bethesda RPGs have always been about the larger area than overall graphical fidelity. Sugar Snaps played Riven as a kid but never finished it. Claire could not with Morrowind. Yeah, to be honest, I had a hard time with Morrowind. My first ever Bethesda RPG was Oblivion. I think it's really a series where whichever one you play first is your baseline and anything before feels a bit too clunky. Okay, just avoid these traps. Oh dear. Oh, hello there. How are you doing today? So yeah, these red manta rock zombies gimmicks are they can regrow lost limbs, and they also have tons of health. As you saw earlier, the blue ones have a habit of exploding. And the green ones, who are going to be our main antagonist, have a habit of lowering sanity very swiftly. And that's how spellcasting works in this game. Yeah, I don't think I can... To be honest, one thing I like about Oblivion was the way they handled melee... unarmed. Literally just making its own melee skill. To be honest, I kind of feel like it was done dirty. Okay, another puzzle. Extinguish everything. You think you played Myst once, but it was on your grandma's computer to begin with, and you never understood it. I mean, Myst is one of those games. Okay. Interesting. Do I end up in the same area? Yep. Okay, let's just get past all these. A small pedestal covered in with decorative etching stands before the wall. The blowgun on it must have some special significance for it to be at the focal point of this display. Should Elia take the blowgun? The prequel to Morrowind was called Less Wind, if you recall correctly. Good one, Bear. Okay, can I save? No, I can't. Okay, I'm going to take this, yeah, I think this is a weapon if I recall correctly. Whoops. Yeah, the dialogue system in Skyrim is ridiculous. Oh no, my sword is broken. All I have is this bowpipe.
A secret passage in the temple.
Okay, I'm gonna have to try and rescue this guy. Now, the way to do that is basically... kite them. And as you can see, the poison effect poisons them. Okay, and this is actually a cool little detail that absolutely blew my mind. If I speak to him now... The guard is grateful for Elia saving his life. In return, he offers his services. If Elia brings him a weapon that has been broken, he'll repair it as a gesture of thanks. Fragments of a shattered short sword lie upon the floor. Yep, apparently poison works on zombies. I mean, in D&D, as I discovered, necrotic damage works on zombies, so I guess they do have bodies to destroy after all. Good job she didn't land on the sword. Okay, repair her short sword. Ooh, magic. And now I have a melee weapon again. True, they don't have circulatory systems, but maybe it's a magic blowgun. Eep. Oh, missed that one. Okay. Whew, made it. Finish him. Dunno, some real penitent man stuff. Okay, the safe system also handily tells you whether or not there are any enemies left in the area. Yep, and shame she bought her glass steel short sword. Ooh, pretty. Okay, I'm not actually sure which door I entered from anymore. Realo Foxtrots has subscribed. Oh, thanks for the sub. With Prime. I hope I end up being worth your monthly sub. Goes going in the right direction. Oh, I don't think I can actually avoid that one. Ow. Yeah, this is the point where it stops you from being able to dodge. In some places. And of course the trapped areas don't let you save. Another aspect you can see here is that, of course, some enemies will infight if they're from their rival gods. Running low again. Else around here. What does everyone think of the game so far then?
Stop. Don't go near it.
So, you are reduced to feeding on flesh and bone, Mantarok. How the mighty have fallen. You will surely fester for millennia to come. A slow and torturous fate for thee. You had best leave, young fool, or you will find yourself as food for the dead god.
Oh, some days you just get yelled at by a legion and being very rude about it.
You are one of the chosen many. Flesh and blood. It is now your destiny to fight the eternal darkness.
Oh, thanks for the follow,
I give you a gift
can.
in return for an
Hey,
obligation.
and how are you doing today?
The gift is your life, sweet dancer. The obligation is this. You hold one of Mantarok's hearts. The essence of a corpse god. To some it is a source of great power. From those people, you must defend it, lest they use it to destroy what little brightness your world has left in it. Guard it well.
Okay, Joe likes the, thinks it's not that scary, but likes the atmosphere. Yeah, the scares haven't really aged that well. Canida likes how this part sets up Mantarok as, up to a good guy, and makes the former Centurion look merciful. And Tamina Khan's doing okay. Oh, that's good. I don't know what time of day it is where you are, but here it's just sort of getting to the early evening. And it's been a nice day overall. A statue of a human female. Okay, Redditor. Bears witness to the monstrosity that fills the room. The porous stone of its body is covered with the effluvial grime that Mantarok has secreted over the years. I sincerely hope those are eyeballs. A door of formidable size seals the vault. A stylized design resembling the creature that dwells within the room is carved into the stone. Oh yeah, another nice little detail here. If you run for too long, the characters get puffed out. And I think that's actually controlled by a hidden stamina meter that varies from character to character. Okay, nice. So for example, this young lady here, you can sprint a little bit. Some chubby scientists later in the game who get puffed out quite quickly. So on and so forth. You're back. The employment agency called. You missed the giant god Pius Augustus was eating a couple of people and telling this girl to leave. And then she got zapped and got told she's destined to help protect humanity. And apparently the descriptions of the statues were written by Redditors. Oh, welcome back, Froy. Hope your food is good. A metal staff is held by the arms of the statue. Elia has acquired a metal staff. But more importantly, can I use it as a weapon? This large piece of metal looks to be a lever of some kind. Guess not. Okay, obviously you can't tell just by watching the footage, but basically when everything starts shaking a bit, the controller also rumbles a bit as well, which is a nice detail. Well, Galileo said, if you have a big enough lever, you can move the world. Oh, I thought I dealt with you. Be gone. I guess they didn't count because they were killed off by it. Yep, that is one big monster. I remember when I was younger, there was a guide on Game FAQs I was following that had some very colourful descriptions of it. Oh no. Crushing blocks, I think, are the worst obstacle in the game because they're instant death. Also, fun bit of trivia. After the game was had been out for a while, one of the devs confirmed that the yellow element that appears when the undead disappear is actually another ancient entirely, who's just responsible for cleaning up and not really making a fuss about anything. Okay, enemies abound. Ow, get the heck off me. Okay, we are at very low sanity. I said, get off me. So as you can hear, one of the lesser of the sanity effects is basically hearing voices. Occasionally the walls will tilt. Nope. Yeah. Another major one is everything wobbling. Okay. Not entirely certain where to go from here.
Okay.
what actually impressed everyone and made the game seem so creepy. Oh, here we are. There is a hole in the device, as though something can be inserted, perhaps a key or a lever. Joe says, you're only hearing, yummy, yummy, yummy. Yep, the lever says, this is my hole. It was made for me. Reminds me in the first PlayStation 2 Broken Sword game. Oh, guess we're backtracking again. There was a entire... Oh god, now I can't hear yummy, yummy, yummy. There's basically a hole where you could insert a staff, but it literally wouldn't do anything. And all it would do is make George comment what a perfect fit it is. Oh. See, I think the reason everyone found it so scary at first is because a lot of the effects just look like the game's crashing. Yeah, same no less, same. Credit where credit's due, it got me good.
Fool! You should have run. Instead you will die. Where is the essence of Mantarok?
Yeah, it looked like a CRT screen switched off. I thought it looked like a signal suddenly dying.
I will not ask again, child. Very well, then. You will succumb to the horrors of oblivion.
Yeah, I remember at some point in the level you could actually find a second sword and dual wield for the if you managed to save the guard and get your first one repaired. But I can't remember where it was. I think it might have been to the side in one of the passages. Oh well. Well, this is a familiar looking puzzle, isn't it? A small shrine of candles. Their placement appears to be very deliberate, corresponding to etchings on the table, an illustration upon the wall. Some of the candles have been lit. Okay, so that's a setting sun. Nolus is trying to remember make the line about dual wielding. Ah. Yeah, so many good lines and I can't remember all of them. With the correct sequence of candles being lit, a hidden panel opens. There is a message tube inside. Alex has found the message tube. I can't believe we have a piece of the internet. An antique leather-bound message tube, the kind used to transport sealed message scrolls. It appears to be unopened. There might be something inside. Should Alex open it? Alex has found chapter page entitled Suspicions of Conspiracy. Oh, guess I don't get to read it on my own this time. Oh, my yeek. That's it.
Your
I can never remember how
presence
to
is
pronounce it.
welcome, Majesty. As always, I am honored.
Our dealings are a pleasure to us both, then. He lies. As do we all. What is this flaw you wish to discuss with us?
My concern is with the other ancients. Ulyaoth, Shaturga. Should they unite with Mantarok, they will doubtlessly possess enough power to vanquish even thee.
As darkness abhors light, and light abhors dark, the others will not, cannot join forces. Mantarok will be bound, and the others will sink into insanity when I return.
As has been foretold.
I was unaware.
There is much you do not know. And much you never will. Be certain to retrieve Mantarok's essence. It is necessary to cement our place in your world.
Then what of Charlemagne the Frank? What do you intend for him?
The Frank is an instrument of light. He seeks to unite Europe under his banner.
With this in place, my guardians will be hard-pressed to perform the functions you require.
For your own schemes, Pius. Think of your future.
Then Charlemagne will be removed from the picture.
Make sure he is dead. Or insane. Or perhaps one, then the other. Just make sure he is removed from power.
Of course. He is as good as dead.
After the chapter page is removed, the message tube is no longer needed. Alex discards it. And yes, Nolas, you're right. Alex has finally found an actual conspiracy. Charlemagne was in ancient times. It depends what you think of ancient, I guess. Well, in any case, I think this is actually one of my favourite chapters, even though it's one of the
From my
easiest.
research, it is apparent that the endeavors of mankind are mere puppetry at the hands of the ancients. Whenever a king vows reform, the ancients move quickly to stifle it. Under the auspices of Emperor Charlemagne the Frank, the new Holy Roman Empire was at the height of its power.
I mean, the idea that the Holy Roman Empire and Christianity in general is sort of like the actual opposing lights a bit.
Hanc mit
But-
ad dominum,
Yeah.
et imperatorum nostrum, carolum magnum francum.
Deliver
non
this to our
decedat
Lord and
tuum.
Emperor Charlemagne the Frank. No one but him must see it. They are words for his eyes only. At once.
Yep, we're fighting the Tories. I'm sure like a good messenger he's just going to go on his own and not look at the message.
What sorcery is this?
Ah, the Fall
Spell?
Forth was getting a
I am
free
bewitched.
PS5.
If this was meant for Charlemagne, then what will become of him? I have to warn him of this treachery.
Why no one sends Elder Scrolls via courier? Anthony's presence is questioned by the monks, feeling that he has trespassed upon sacred ground. The monk seems rather subdued, perhaps out of respect, or perhaps out of fear. Ooh, lens flare. Can I read it again? Message scrolls like this were often used to transfer messages securely. Well, that works out. This one has a strange diagram on it, consisting of a pentagonal shape with strange letters at each corner. When Anthony had opened the scroll, something strange happened. That something had been intended for the Emperor Charlemagne. Suspecting a plot against the Emperor, Anthony pledged that he would warn Charlemagne at all costs. It's been a while. Don't Elder Scrolls turn people blind if they read them? Well, sometimes this happens. You ever just walk upstairs and find yourself in a hallway full of screaming faces? I hate that. Canuda, the Elder Scrolls kill those who read them. Oh, fair enough. There's a guy in Dawnguard whose entire job it is to read Elder Scrolls, but reading one turns him blind. Not screaming, they're super happy I'm stepping on them. Yeah, that is not a nice noise. Creating what appears to be a little hand lies a mysterious book. It is bound in human skin and intricately decorated with shrunken bones. It beckons and yearns to be possessed. Should Anthony claim that he of eternal darkness? Oh, it does turn them blind, fair enough. Like there's a choice in the matter. Guess he's just getting a quick recap there. After Anthony briefly describes his mission, the monk informs him that Charlemagne was last seen in audience with the bishop in the visiting chamber. Fair enough. Yep, just happy kinky times. Fun fact, in the UK it would be illegal for me to sit down in that room. Lots of friendly monks here. A blue urn rests upon the shelf. Anthony has sat down the blue urn. This monk is hard at work and does not wish to be disturbed. Somewhat addled by Anthony's distraction, the monk kindly requests to be left alone. Okay, monk, you've got a glowing item on there. Relinquish it. Relinquish it. Are there any words that mean big that start with a D? There must be. No comment. A bewildering array of books and tomes sorted neatly on a set of shelves. Mostly books of a religious nature. They sit beneath a skein of dust, as if no one has touched them. monks are slacking off. Yoink, 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 I'm going to steal stuff. Detail. Anthony reaches out for the medallion, but the monk says that it is a venerable artifact required for his research and should not be touched. Yep, the place needs livening up. Okay, guess I can't do anything about that. I guess I could try punching them. Can I punch them? No. Okay. Okay, let's have a look at that urn then. As Colossus and Leviathan mean big, surely Draconic could also mean big. Fair point. There's your words, no less. You're trying to make a Dante's Inferno reference about the screaming floor, but couldn't think of enough words to stack into where are the dangling devil dongs at? Of course. The spell list. This urn has been glazed with a rich cobalt blue shellac, instilling it with an otherworldly spectral character. It has a strange sigil on its side. While fumbling around, the urn slips from Anthony's stiff fingers, dashing itself into fragments as it hits the floor. Anthony has picked up the broken blue urn. Well, use the item to smash it. Anthony has found a magical rune. Runes are the key element in creating spells. By collecting and combining runes in different ways, different spells can be created. Spells are the magical incantations that enhance a character's natural abilities. Okay, I don't think I can actually safely read that out, no less. Without Twitch getting angry with me. So I've got a rune, what do I do now? Okay. I guess this is the visiting chamber. Muffled voices emanate from the inside the bishop's visiting chamber. However, the door is locked and Anthony will need to gain the bishop's key to enter and gain an audience. As you do. The monk cordially greets Anthony. However, he brings grave news of the loss of one of his order. He fell from the tower to his death. His tone is guarded, leaving Anthony wondering if indeed this is the truth. The monk informs Anthony that the order is awaiting the arrival of the bishop, so the funeral rites may begin. There is much grieving to do, since this is not the only recent death amongst the order. Just a perfectly normal order of monks. Pay no heed. Yeah, this is actually quite a nice alternative to Resident Evil's fixed camera angle. Search is massive on the thesaurus. One of the results is walloping, and you can't get over the mental image. Fun fact, wallop actually comes from the name of an alcoholic beverage. really raining outside. For a coin to distract him, of course. I think Anthony will need to shave his head first, though. Nice idle animation. Okay, where do I go next? Anthony does not have enough components to attempt to research spells at this time. Can I interfere with detail? A funeral casket made from unfinished wood. It is not properly sealed and can probably be opened. Should Anthony open the casket? Oh yeah, a perfectly normal thing to do. Just run into a church and start exhuming the recently dead.
Oh my god, what is it?
What happened? This devil's work. We should get out of here.
You have proven what we have feared the most. This poor man has been the victim of great evil. Look how his body has been defiled, as if something has burst out from inside him. Here, take this for your protection. And find the bishop. He must be informed of this horrible discovery.
And Anthony has acquired the Scramasax. Scramasax? Yeah, interesting guess, no less. Interesting guess. In any case, the body was defiled. He's had all his files confiscated and now he can't smooth down any wood. It's awful. Peering inside the casket, Anthony sees the body of a monk. His raiment is that of his order, stained with blood that has seeped from many grievous wounds. It is truly a disturbing sight. How rotten. Oh. And the monks are gone. A mysterious gold medallion rests upon the desk. Anthony has acquired a circle of power. Circles of power describe the amount of power that a set spell will have. The more points within that circle, the stronger the spell will be. Okay, still not enough components to research a spell though. Amongst the books and tomes and manuscripts, a book brings attention to itself. Oddly pristine on the dusty shelf, it doesn't quite belong. Should Anthony move the book? The moral of the story is, if you want a secret passageway, make sure you dust. Okay, can I save here? No, I can't. It's enemy time. Ooh. Nearly forgot to equip the sword. This Franken-Saxon weapon relies on a hefty blade to deliver a deadly cutting and slashing attacks. It does not have a handguard, as it was designed for offensive rather than defensive fighting. I think that's not entirely true. Basically, it was designed to be used with a shield, which handled the offense. Okay, so this enemy's got a rune hidden inside it, of course. Yeah, so these are the green zombies, and as you can see, they have the feature that if you chop part of them off, it gets that sort of ghostly greenness to them. That causes sanity loss. Okay, and I found a magical rune. Luckily, as we'll find out, they have a glaring weakness. Can't drain my sanity if I don't let you. Okay, open the door. What's inside? Oh. Damn it, Google, stop that. Oh. He's dead. I'm going to see if I can save him. Dance to distract someone. Fear not, I will save thee. Oh. Amanda, you have to say I look damn cool. Me or this guy. Grateful for his life, the monk tells Anthony what happened. He was carrying a sacred urn from the baptismal font when he was confronted by the bishop, who was brandishing a large blade and whose eyes burned with an evil fire. Frightened, the monk dropped the urn out of shock and ran. Returning to retrieve the urn, he found only the sword the bishop had left behind. With thanks, he gives the bishop's sword to Anthony. Yes. I has a big sword. A heavy single-handed sword with two cutting edges. It is commonly known as the bastard sword, or hand-and-a-half sword for the length of the hilt, which can fit one hand with the other for support. It appears that although there are any number of words meaning big in the English language, none of them start with D, and you're very disappointed, no less. Amanda, you. Oh, thank you. Kiara, Bigley. She's right. Okay, pick up a piece of broken green urn. A piece of broken green urn. Mix. This function allows the player to combine 2 or more items from the inventory into one. Okay, so there's another third of it. Okay, 2/3 assembled. Congratulations, you've constructed a broken urn from pieces of broken urn. Like that the torch literally provides light though. Save, because I don't want to have to save that monk again. The closest you got to it was dynamic, and that's quite far. Whose name is written on it? Yeah. Oh look, there's another zombie. Detail, a carved stone tablet lies on the stone floor. A magical codex. Codex. Runes cannot be understood without a codex. Without a codex, runes in your possession will remain a mystery. Fair enough. Okay, so the magic system here basically works like constructing a sentence. So you have the alignment. And then you have a verb and an adjective. And then they sort of don't really use it to its full potential, because after that you only use a rune called Paragon, which just powers up spells. You're attempting a Phoenix Wright reference because you couldn't think up one in time. Really is just getting worse, isn't it? You've got long arms. Oops. Magical codex, nice. Let me finish this one off, please. Thank you. Detail. A red urn sits beside the fountain. A filled red urn. It's cool to see that Mantrock zombies fighting the Sanity goddess zombies, to show that Mantrock still has some power. Yeah, and also you notice they're very withered. A disturbing rendition of a monstrous devil. It is contorted into what appears to be a fountain. What sickly liquid is draining into this pool, trickling from a scum encrusted spout? Yeah. An aged tapestry hangs on the wall. It is soared from the dank atmosphere of the room and the corruption about it. And of course, as we saw in the cutscene earlier, it's highly flammable. Hi. So that paragraph that can be misread as specific other words, but it probably doesn't help that you had in mind thing I don't want to mention on Twitch for the last half hour. Unless, of course, you mean a devil detective. Hi there. See ya. Someone's in a rush. Oh, a codex. Wonder if I have enough to build a spell. New spell. Select power level, newly off alignment, project, item. I have weapon spell number 1. Quick spell. Assign to the up button. Let's cast my new best friend. Detail. Amongst the books on the table rests an ancient scroll of what appears to be paper. Anthony has acquired the enchant item spell scroll. Okay, already done that. Okay, it's literally telling me how to do the thing I just did. Please select an item to enchant. Oh yeah, other cool thing you can do, you can enchant your weapon. And that just gives you a nice damage boost. Covered with arcane artifacts and texts, this table reflects the unholy presence within the church, a seething pit of iniquity and evil. The bishop passed through the secret door. There has to be a way to get through it. Nolus, you read sickly liquid as sticky liquid, and it only got worse from there. Bloody hell, Nolus. Yep, they wrapped mending and magic weapon into the same spell. Take that as D&D. That's okay. I'm just trying to... I mean, I don't mind a bit of lewdness, I'm just trying to be careful what I say. Okay, I guess I'm gonna fill the urns up with water. Oh hey Zana, how's it going? Dunking the urn into the foul-smelling fountain, it becomes filled to the brim with rank fluid. It is a lot heavier now, and rife with feta. But exhausted, you mowed the lawn. Fair enough. Okay, I've filled the urns with water. Now what? At least I hope it's water. How long have I been streaming? 2.25 hours. Yeah, I'll go on a bit longer. What does the map say? I've got a glowing sword, a glowing sword. And if you wanted to scare me, the The monk ambles around nervously as if half expecting the demonic bishop to return at any moment. Up the ladder. Okay, maybe things downstairs have calmed down a bit. Okay, the monks are gone. Fun fact, there's actually a monastery near where I live at the moment, which is not too far from where I was born, and it's where a lot of my extended family live. I moved away from the area, but I used to visit a lot, and my grandma would take me to the monastery, which has sort of a farm shop because they produce stuff like beeswax and the like. And I used to try and because I was a baby edgelord at the time, I used to try and be rude by saying monk, which I thought was hilarious because it sounded like monkey. Don't actually know what the monks thought about it because they took vows of silence, but wait, is that a way down? No. Yeah, apparently it's still there, but it's apparently on the verge of pretty much dying out because they're not really getting many recruits these days. I mean, even particularly religious people don't particularly want to give up everything and join a monastery these days, so I don't think they have much pull. And even then, long story short, they have a shop which where they're allowed to speak, so I guess it's not really all that anyway. Religious texts of an unspeakable nature, written in languages utterable only by monsters and corrupt humans, like English. Yeah, it does probably seem hard to advertise without going against the spirit of it. Yeah, it's kind of hard to sell anything without speaking, I guess. Okay. Nothing here. What do I do with these filled? Oh, okay. An iron plate on the floor is carved with 3 curious circles. Dried splashes have marred its pockmarked and worn surface. Clank. Although the urn appears to sit correctly in place on the pressure plate, it does not appear to be heavy enough to depress it. Yep, sometimes you just have to create a door to your house that Won't open unless you use an obscure puzzle, I guess. Oh, sword's unenchanted. Can't have that. Alright, explain yourself.
So, you have come to return my book. Very well then. For your efforts, I promise a quick and merciful
thank you.
death.
What more could a millennial want? I acquired the bishop's key. A shrine to a god that bespeaks of an ancient evil that graced the earth before mankind walks its valleys. I guess this guy was bad news. This is a gold gem-encrusted bishop's key. Its form echoes the likeness of a bishop's scepter. Scepter. This is the key to the bishop's room. Oh, good. That feeling when you just haven't eaten all day and you just get tired at... Ow! Jerk. Just keep getting hungrier and hungrier. I wonder how the bishop gets out. There's a hidden stash in prey you can only really find by reading emails. But there's a video you can watch too that just shows someone opening it. They did the whole environmental storytelling this and it then shot themselves in the foot. Yeah, I guess they probably didn't want to make it too obscure. Okay, what's all this? Oh, hi there. Okay, so these enemies are called trappers. You can deal with them by sneaking past, or killing them with a ranged attack, which we don't have. And if you shock them, this happens. You get transported to the spoop dimension. Or trapper dimension as they call it. The trapper dimension sprawls in every direction. Whilst in this place, magic cannot be cast and humans are subjected to odd phenomena. The portals cycle from colour to colour as time progresses, and only the quick will escape. I'm just gonna try and refill my health. One way, I guess. The stash doesn't even have much in it, just a neuromod, which aren't even that rare. So for you, a handful of 9mm rounds. Fair enough. You thought those were PlayStation buttons for a second. They kind of look that way, don't they? Trappers have no eyes but can sense sand very well. If Anthony can sneak past them, they won't be trouble. Yep, that's why they have to ask you to get over here. Fun fact, the trapper dimension is actually the best place to heal up. Hack. One very cool but annoying detail is, of course, that this sword often gets caught in walls for using it in a small area. I don't want to talk about dicks on Twitch. Gets DMCA'd by humming. Wouldn't that be a thing? Luckily, I can't sing or hum well enough to just trip any sort of algorithm. I just realised. It's okay, I killed him. Going full zombie here. I wonder if he's scared now. Hey dude, I'm rotting. How you doing? To be fair, that shitty Battleship movie got the rights to the Pink Panther theme for a gag somehow, so it must not be worth much. Actually, I'm not sure. It might be a piece of music that's in the public domain that they just sort of started using. Hello, what's all this then? Oh, hey there. Rivals, or whatever those are. And that, ladies and gentlemen and non-binary pals, is why you enchant your weapons. Go the heck away. Okay, I'm facing the wrong way. Just to demonstrate one cool detail. I think I said this is actually the easiest level in the game, and this is the reason why. At this point, you literally can't die. Kiara's astonished someone remembered the Battleship movie. Nola says it had a grand total of one funny scene in it. And you guess the alien robots had a moderately interesting design. Fair enough. Okay, let's put a stop to this blasphemy. Content warning, jump scare coming up.
Save him, Anthony. His fate was decided many centuries ago, as is the fate of this world.
Again, content
Despite
warning,
your
jump scare.
faith, there is little to save you
That should be enough.
from the power of zealot.
Oh, I remember it being a bit more jump scary. To be honest, that actually works with the other ancients a bit better because they don't actually look that scary without their heads. Fun fact, Alex is actually voiced by Jennifer Hale, who also provides the grunts for Samus in Metroid Prime. Okay, 2 hours 30 minutes. Guess I can do a bit more. Right, so I unlocked the repair spell. Kind of like how the structure of each chapter teaches you how to bypass another puzzle in the game. Okay, let's see what's upstairs. You still remember one line from Dragon Ball Evolution. What line's that? A serene painting of a luscious mountain valley, delicately rendered in oils. Time has taken its toll on the surface, which is soiled with dirt and scratches. Okay, something happened here. Are those scorch marks? A chapter page has been hastily stashed behind the frame of this painting. Should Alex retrieve the chapter page? Okay. Alex has found a chapter page entitled The Gift of Forever. How romantic. 38 revolver ammunition. Wait, you're telling me in that small pile there's 38 of them? Hello there, Ghosty. How's it going? It's too dark in here to do anything. Perhaps the circuit has been broken. The wallpaper in this section of hallway is oddly marred, as though the wall it sits on is not even with the rest of the room. Is this... So that line is this supposed to impress me? No, but I'll set off a scaring the rap out of you. Does a sick jump with like a jeep or something over a chasm? Oh yeah, that sounds. Rude Ghost didn't even say hello. You're right, Joe. The stained glass depicts a glowing medieval maiden, luminous even with faint light of the setting sun. The maid clasps a piece of parchment in her hands. The window gives Alex a strange feeling, almost as if it is magical, with a K, and not really there. A glowing field of energy protects the window. Ouch. Okay, not going that way then. That's where the dark room is. Oh yeah, it drained some sanity. Yeah, I remember this head effect always reminded me of, don't know, the statue from Art Attack. Don't know who remembers that or what countries it was actually broadcast in, but... Jesus Christ, I hated that head. Alex questions the presence of a lush landscape amidst these other morbid pieces. Could it be that a single ray of hope encircled by the encroaching darkness? You think Yamcha was the only non-white character in that movie? He wasn't also an old man, and he was like cool. You saw it before Dragon Ball Z had bridged, and it's bizarre how cool the movie made him. Oh, your dad was in Mars Attacks, no less, as an extra. That's pretty cool. There's like 2 pixels of his face in one of the shots. My half-brother was actually an extra in the Robin Hood movie from a few years ago. Not the 90s one, the more recent one. Although I don't know if he's actually visible in any part of it. Detail. One of the drawers in the dresser curiously has no keyhole. In its place is a small triangular design flanked by a magical symbol. You think that's one of Burton's OK movies? Alright. So, yep, just before we continue, when you check the bath, which I'm about to do, there's a jump scare. So just to warn everyone, it's literally just like a classic screamer jump scare. So just to warn everyone, I'm going to do that in like 5 seconds. So if you want to avoid that, look away and count to 30 or something. If you're on YouTube, skip ahead 30 seconds or so. Ready? Okay. That was actually a lot scary than less scary than I remember it being. Okay, I just found a journal in the toilet. Of course I did. Yep, the power of hype. Realo Foxtrot. The power of hype. This is a page from Maximilian Roivas' journal. It reads, "Everything that brightened my life now engulfed me in darkness. I fed on the light of the truth, yet starved on the shadows of lies. I've learned through my lifetime, but no less than a newborn baby." Lol, he said he is like little baby. Okay, I guess that's all there is, so let's just start the next chapter.
Dreams. Modern psychology
it was
offers
fairly
only
good jump scares.
unproven
They go.
theories.
You weren't.
Some see them as the meaningless tossing and turning of a brain settling into a restful sleep. Others see them as laden with symbols of our unconscious desires. To still others, dreams represent the upwelling of the archetypes, normally hidden deep within the recesses of the human collective unconscious. Of one thing I am certain. After a brush with the ancients, our dreams metamorphosize into nightmares.
Ah, and here we have the coolest player character in the game. Because he is just so wonderfully snarky. Also cool anyway.
I have implored you for years, yet you ignore all my advances. You dominate my dreams, and I can think
Okay, he's
of
being
nothing
kind of
else.
creepy.
I fear I desire you many 100 times more than you love me.
My life has become a waking dream, Karim. For weeks, I have dreamed of an ancient treasure, so precious that it changes all life around it. It must be mine, Karim. If you truly desire me, as you say, then you will find this for me. Bring this treasure to me, and I will be yours. Both of our dreams will come true.
I need nothing more than you. You have enthralled me to the point where I can think of nothing else. Promise, if I leave, you will not forget about me.
You need not worry. I desire nothing more than the treasure that you seek. Leave
Yep,
now,
no less.
Karim,
He thinks he's the Kareem of the crop.
and I shall await you.
Credit where credit's due. She had the right idea, sending the guy who wouldn't stop bothering her off on a fool's errand. Why do people keep following that voice? Hello, corpse. Okay, so this room looks slightly different to how it did in Pius Augustus's time. A man's corpse lies fallen. Wounds cover the exposed flesh of his body where his armour has failed. Also, that lady's neck did a weird snaky thing for a second there. Yeah, there's the odd animation error. Quite a lot of axes for some reason. Talisman. An ancient talisman that has been in Kareem's family for many generations. It is said to bestow long life on those who have kept it. This item can be used to restore health. Handy. Chakrams. The chakram was a favoured throwing weapon through Central Asia in medieval times. A balanced ring of metal. Sometimes beautifully decorated, it will be held as an attacker. Heavy chakrams could sever limbs or heads. However, they were not designed to return to the thrower. Throwing all the shade at Xena there. Tulwar. The tulwar is a curved blade with a heavy chopping edge. Most tulwars had a circular hilt and a pommel, making them easy to recognise. Well, tulwar, what is it good for? Absolutely everything. Here we are in the swoop zone. Yeah, I think these faces actually like being stepped on. Cradling what appears to be a leathery hand lies a mysterious book. It is bound in human skin and intricately decorated with shrunken bones. It beckons and yearns to be possessed. Should Kareem take the tomb of eternal darkness? Okay, Froy, thanks for dropping by. Hope you enjoyed the stream, and I'll catch you later. And I hope you have a good evening yourself, Nicholas. Hope the thing goes well. 2:45. Yeah, I guess I'll fight these zombies off and save. Butcher Pete would be proud. guess. Alrighty, thanks everyone for dropping by. I hope you've enjoyed the beginning so far. I'll be streaming more of this on Wednesday, cosplay included. Obviously Friday will be the usual Phoenix Rise stream. And guess with that we'll find someone to raid. I'm glad you enjoyed it, Kiara. Okay, let's go find out who's online. Oh, thanks, Knuda. I'm actually feeling surprisingly not low on self-esteem at the moment. To be honest, I don't really do the whole all the way around look much. But I sort of did my lower eyes with eyeshadow and it doesn't look as boxed in as it usually does to me, so... yeah. That said, I'm kind of irritated that Alex doesn't have wings on her eyeliner. I mean, that's kind of my thing. My wing thing. So we've got... yep, of the people we know, I guess it's just his cursedness. Kiara, you can't do wings. All I can say there is they just take a lot of practice. Okay, so we're going to give Nick a raid. I'm going to order myself some takeaways, so see you again on Wednesday. Have a lovely evening. And thanks again for watching.